Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest games to speedrun.
The Blues have a shot.
For this list, we're looking at games that are the most challenging to speedrun. The games don't always have to be hard by themselves, but running them is for a variety of reasons. Let us know in the comments which one you think you could compete in. Number 10, GoldenEye 007. There's only one way to get the world record speedrun in GoldenEye 007. You need to look at the floor. This technique called look down works because when the game has less rendering to do, you can move marginally faster. To have any chance of competing in the game, you'll need to memorize the levels and enemy placements so that you know exactly when to look up, where to shoot, and where to go without wasting precious time aiming or navigating around walls. It might seem silly if you're not a runner, but those precious seconds could make all the difference. Number 9, Pokemon franchise. Beloved by kids and adults the world over, it doesn't take much skill to simply complete a Pokemon game. But the difficulty lies in when you set yourself additional goals. Not only beating the game as fast as possible, but beating it as fast as possible and catching every single Pokemon. The games have hundreds of Pokemon which will spawn in different places under different conditions. And you need to know how to manipulate this so that you can develop the most optimal method to get them all. Catching them all in Pokemon Red and Blue will still take you upwards of 90 minutes to be in world record territory. And that's with glitches. Number 8, Cuphead.
Come on. Thank you.
As soon as this notoriously difficult run and gunner came out, people were already trying to devise the best way to get through it quickly. Cuphead is a game that necessitates incredibly skillful play at higher levels, and you'll need to master the techniques of every single boss and exploit them. Not to mention the platforming mechanics if you're going for a 100% run. If you do want to do 100% or even all bosses, you can just try to get King Dice as quickly as possible. Times across all the categories range from around 20 to 40 minutes. The difficulty of speedrunning Cuphead is simply because the game is challenging. Runs haven't yet been perfected.
Fine by me. It's gonna be a time loss, but it's not gonna be a huge time loss.
Number 7, Spelunky. It can already be a pretty difficult game, and in a lot of ways, is a speedrunner's worst nightmare. Thanks to its procedural generation, this means there are no level layouts to memorize, no enemy placements to exploit, and you have no way to know what items will drop or where. Getting a record speedrun relies largely on luck, making it extremely difficult. You have to dedicate hours and hours of time, and even then, you're not guaranteed to get what you need. By 2015, blisteringly fast world records sitting at under 2 minutes were the norm. Number 6, Doom. One of the easiest games from which a running community emerged, people have been speeding through Doom since the 90s. It's the game's age that makes it so difficult to speedrun today, however. While it's exciting to watch runs develop when a new game releases, since 1993, runs through Doom have been iterated on and perfected. Today, top-level runs of Doom sit comfortably at around 20 minutes for all 4 episodes, and individual episode runs ranging from 3 to 5 minutes. Doom isn't that hard of a game, but when you're competing with people who have been playing it for 30 years, it's a whole different story. Number 5, Mirror's Edge.
The Blues have a shot.
This game was made for speedrunners, with its focus on finesse, speed, flowing, platforming, and immense skill. Mirror's Edge has built a huge running community since its 2008 release. And in 2017, all its best runners came together to collaborate on making the ultimate run, handing off the controls to each other to take on different levels. though this isn't a true run since it's fastest times from every level stitched together. It shows the game's true potential for speed, especially because despite this technically being achievable, it hasn't been done in real time in one run yet. It took 9 years for the pros to develop this unbeatable standard.
Integrity failure in Integrity failure.
Number 4. Super Mario 64. Fresh, record-breaking runs are still being produced every few months for Super Mario 64, even in the fastest, 0-star category. But while beating the game in 6.5 minutes is impressive, the dedication to getting all the stars might drive you insane. Many new top 10 records have been made in the 2020s, all sitting at around 1 hour and 38 minutes with only seconds between the leaders. It's pure torture to dedicate years of your life to collecting all the 120 stars in Mario 64, only to get a time that's only 3 or 4 seconds faster than the last one, meaning that inevitably you're going to be beaten and forced to do it all again. Number 3. Tetris, the Grandmaster 3, Terror Instinct. Everybody's played Tetris at one point or another, but it takes someone truly dedicated or insane to play this game on the hardest difficulty settings. Because you're relying so heavily on which shapes the game throws at you, you've got to think on the fly, and you'll have to be inhumanly fast. In the Grandmaster 3, Terror Instinct, not only do you have to play Tetris at the speed of light, but when the credits roll, there's an additional stage where the blocks turn invisible after they lock into place. This means you've got to remember where you put them all to score points. Number 2. Bloodborne. Our list wouldn't be complete without a Soulsborne on it somewhere, and Bloodborne has long been a wildly popular game for runners. Unlike Dark Souls, Bloodborne encourages fast, dangerous play consistently. With the rallying system, you're rewarded for not backing away from enemies after they damage you. And the better at the game you get, the faster you'll be able to play. Since its release, many runs have been developed, some utilizing bugs that have been patched out and others aiming to kill every single boss. Because it's already such a hard game to begin with, speedrunning it is a true nightmare. Even the moon presence would be scared of.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Yes! Oui, il l'a fait enfin!
Just like Doom, Ocarina of Time is difficult to speedrun because it's been optimized to death. To get a world record, nothing less than complete perfection will do. But the ceiling for what perfection is in this game is still changing. In fact, every month or two, the world record will somehow be beaten, leaving all the other runners desperate to find yet more shortcuts, more exploits, and more methods to get the credits as fast as humanly possible. As of 2021, the best any percent times are all a little over 7 minutes, with milliseconds being measured so that we know exactly who the record holder is.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.